Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE METALHEAD. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year, and I'm also doing new releases. Kanye West is the definition of both, because he is a classic artist, and he has a new release out. I also usually do only Patreon requests, unless it's a new release like this, and you can find all of Kanye West's albums on my Patreon, because I did from start to finish every single album. It's on my Patreon. I've only done up to Watch the Throne on here, but now that he has released an album, I plan to upload every 3 to 4 weeks an album of his to my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to see my first time reactions to every single Kanye West project. Should be coming out soon. Thank you, Kanye, for dropping this at the weirdest time, because usually it's not nighttime. I usually work 9 to 5 genuinely with reactions on the days that my partner is full-time working and I'm not doing my university. I sit down, do 9 to 5, record like 7 reactions, and then pump them all out. But he decided to drop late. I also thought this was going to take longer, because he said he needed to do like 30% of this track list wasn't on the listening party, which I didn't hear, solely because I wanted to do a first time reaction. But I saw that like he didn't have that. Also, I don't see Nine Vicious here anywhere, so he must have done a lot of editing in the past 24 hours. And I wanted to see if there's still AI on this. I probably won't be able to tell if it's AI, because I'm not that deep into which sections he's done in the past and recorded that it's AI and what's not AI, all that sort of stuff. I haven't gone into any of the Kanye leaks and stuff, so I don't know any of it. But I am curious to jump into this one, especially because the opening track title is King, and that's probably my least favorite track of all time by him, is the King of Vultures. So I'm curious to see if he's going to redeem it. I have the lyrics up here, but yeah, let's jump into it.
The time is now, right now. This is the hour, this is the new dawn. This is the new day.
I'm curious who Duke Edwards is.
Now is the time.
Is
But
it a
nature
sample?
in all her glory hath named you her king. She has named you the king. King.
Oh.
King. King. Named you the king.
This that feeling we need more of. The hating just brought me more love. Guaranteed my vice is different than yours was. Drunk off power and I was pouring up. When all y'all treated me like an orphan. The classes turned me to Daddy Warbucks. The stables for the Rarries and Porsches. The fame was only getting me more buzzed. Some of my loved ones turned lost ones. The pain was truly blurring my thoughts up. I brought a white queen to the altar. Couldn't happen without Martin Luther. What's the Kelly Price? What's the Kevin Costner? What's the Kelly cost? Birkin is a tosser. Is it really love when it's fault love? She would never let me fuck if I was fucked up. Why you think we run it up for? The truth hurts, homie, tough love.
Oh, all right. So far, because we've had like that King sort of passage, it's a 2-minute track. That's happened for about like the last 20 seconds. I think this is really cool sound. I like the clickety clack, like sort of industrial production that he has on here, and I think that I don't mind his rapping on this, but it does feel rather barren. Like there is just like the mixing is maybe a tiny bit off for me when it comes to the production compared to his vocals and everything. It doesn't feel like it's as cohesive as, like, if you listen to, if I'm going to be honest, I'm already jumping the gun with a minute in, but like if you listen to like Life of Pablo post mix, or if you listen to My Built Up Twisted Fantasy, you can't lie to me and tell me that this is as cohesive sonically when it comes to like the mixing and mastering as those projects already. Granted, those are some of the best projects of all time, but maybe not Life of Pablo, but My Built Up Twisted Fantasy for sure. So I don't know, it still feels like it's a bit of a demo quality, but I don't care too much, because at least there's like a neat sort of sounds going on. Or I wouldn't care too much if it wasn't for the fact that, as I said, like 20 to 30 seconds of this track is being filled up with this King bridge, and it just has that vocal and then like a very simple beat, even if it's interesting, creative in the way that Kanye does it. It's not that complex of a beat, so it feels a bit barren to me. Still a whole lot better than King off of Love.
The hero became the villain now. We gon' send it up and go a million miles. And she ain't dealing with no shallow house. She want that Iron Man like Gwyneth Paltrow. That's why people throwing in a towel.
The flow there is cool, but it just didn't feel like he
they don't take
hit
it
the
to the
landing.
heights that I'll go. They burn out on that black and mild flow. They had a run, but Yeezy got it now. Though it's over with for them like it's an outro.
It's so weird because I feel like in this track, like I love this sound here. It's kind of cool. The way that he has like a different tone or texture to this usual industrial like buzzy sort of sound like is kind of really cool. Like it doesn't sound necessarily like Yeezus. It doesn't sound like contemporary sort of industrial stuff or like rage stuff that also dabbles into static. It doesn't touch on any of that, but it sounds quite unique. And it means that like if this felt like a complete track, I probably would fuck with it heavy. It's just this song doesn't feel that complete to me. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do listens on the side. These are my ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, where you can chat to me about my ratings. I'm always there, active 24/7. I was supposed to do Album of the Year because fuck rate your music. But yeah, on Album of the Year, you can see all of my ratings. Before this channel, I basically listened to 20 albums front to back. I started this channel with College Dropout, by the way. Like you can see my first video. Actually, I think it's my second video. It's my first album was College Dropout. So yeah, that I didn't listen to many albums before this channel, but ever since this channel, I've listened to about 1,200 albums in the past year and a bit. You can see all my ratings over there. My average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that's because I listen to more good music than bad. Like most people are requesting Kanye West's projects when I did all of them, or all of Kendrick's projects, and that's not going to get you a 4 out of 10 rating. But I think spiritually I have a 5 out of 10 because if something's a 5.1, I think it's above average, which is why I'm probably going to hit this with a bit of a rough rating. I think this is a 4, and that's not because of any of the creative prowess that's involved, or even what he was talking about, because I kind of do like the fact that he's at least acknowledging some of the shit that he was going through. He's not necessarily like giving himself defense. He's just kind of giving himself like reasons as to why he was going a bit crazy off of the power trip of his mania and shit like that, where everyone's like response to it kind of fed into it. And I kind of like that he's addressing that sort of stuff. But yeah, everything, it sounds cool. Like I think all of the ideas here would work if it just had a bit more like time put into it. If the bridge / chorus sort of part was a little less barren as well. But like if this got a remaster and updated, I would be able to see like in 6 months if he continues to work on it, because he apparently always does that with his projects now. I could see this jumping up to like a 7 or an 8. But yeah. Let's go to the next track. Non-vicious.
You would think I'm standing outside, how I'm going in. Jumping out the gym while they ballin' on a lowered rim. Graduation days, I was coming for the glory then. Blessings rained in.
It's kind of cool as an 808 sort of vibe to that. Like,
give it up, send it up, it's imperative. It's a must, Matching debit cards isn't hers. Show 'em how you fit $1 billion in the clutch. We gon' run it up, but we ain't in a rush. If it don't scare you,
yeah, these beats feel a bit barren. Like, it doesn't have the same level of like texture as you would usually put in.
When it's all said and done. Send it up, it's a must.
I'm not a fan of this.
10 times out of 10, finish fast, back to black, Amy Winehouse and them. All the threats to the fam, I'm advising against. Catch you walking out the barbershop and line you up again. No, they can't avoid this, not the one to go against. Brought the south side with me, this is Illinois, bitch. She been asking to stick around, she don't know it yet. She got back in a pretty
like, this is not the worst foundation to a beat, but again, it feels very sparse.
They got tendencies to talk big, still you don't hear 'em. I put tendencies on both wrist rings, both hands. Know the truth, I'm just over it. Y'all don't understand. Next to me, you niggas soda cans in the Grand Canyon.
Like, I would probably give that a, if I'm being honest, it's probably like a 2. Like, or a 2.5. It's like it's a 2 to 3. Like, I think it's like a bad to poor song, because it doesn't have the attention to detail that he usually has. Like, the mixing when it comes to his vocals on the tracks, they don't feel cohesive within one another. Well, like if you listen to literally any of his other shit, like even if you go back to Vultures, his vocals fit the beat. Like it feels like it's within the beat, where these two things feel disconnected. And you might be able to do some fucking I don't know, you might be able to do some insane media literacy stuff and be like, oh no, that's like purposely what it's meant to sound like. But then I'm just gonna be like, it kind of sounds like a bit shit then. And there would be a way you could do that sound and make it feel disconnected, but still get that point across. I also don't think he's doing that. I just think he's kind of phoning it in. I feel like I just hope so far, just 2 tracks in. This is already like some of the worst stuff he's released. I hope that this is just a stepping stone for him to basically be like, this part of my fucking journey is done, and then he gets back to doing his shit. Because the way he bigged this up was like, I was going to be a bit like Outkast and fucking Lauryn Hill and shit like that. I haven't really heard fucking soul samples and stuff like that. I haven't heard the joyous nature that those sort of like albums and tracks give you. I haven't heard that in the first 2 tracks here, so it feels like that's kind of bullshit. Also, I'm not just someone that just hates on all of his newer stuff, even though he has a bunch of cringe shit in it, like a bunch of cringe Nazi shit in it. Like, Vultures 1's kind of a good album. Like, as much as he was off his fucking head during that shit, the beats fucking banged, and like Back to Me is kind of goated. I still wish Everybody was a track that got released. I fucking love hood rap, which I'm the only person that seems to like hood rap, but I liked that. I thought Vultures 2 was shit, but this feels like it's more in line with, like, honestly, it doesn't have the same edge as like Vultures 1 and 2, which is probably a good thing, but it actually makes it a bit less entertaining because of how barren and scarce the first 2 tracks have sounded. So let's see how Travis Scott goes. Oh, this sounds like it could be nice. Alright, this is nice. I actually don't know who Johnny Ferguson is. He sounds gorgeous. Like, I've just been starting to listen to like Donny Hathaway shit. Gospel.
You've been good. I just want to say thank you, Lord.
Ooh, I don't like this beat as much. It's kind of like Peanuts to Elephants vibes, man. They've just been more industrial.
You've been better to us.
But I like the soul sample.
Than we've been to ourselves. Father.
He's doing very, like, I know like Nine Vicious kind of like has been copying Kanye, and I know he's on this album, obviously he was on it. But like he's like, Nine Vicious is kind of a bit lazy. He kind of just writes with the coattails of a lot of his samples a lot of the time. But so far, it seems like the stuff that doesn't have samples by Kanye on this project is kind of eh, and then the stuff with samples is what's carrying it, which basically just reminds me of like the worst projects from Nine Vicious.
Back to life like an EpiPen, and she still in a leopard skin. And check me out, then check me in. See this coat, nigga? Bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. I used to be a world star. Now I'm making Newsweek. I used to hang on a 9. Now I bought 2 streets. Cottage Grove to King Drive. Yeah, this life is a movie. Bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. I used to be a world star. Now I'm making Newsweek. I used to hang on a 9. Now I bought 2 streets. Cottage Grove to King Drive. Yeah, this life is a movie.
This sample's gorgeous.
I smell good.
But that's nothing to do with Kanye.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Know you wondering where the F I been. Going hard like a crack syringe. I've been breaking bad, now I'm back again. Getting meal tickets, no raffling. You see these kicks, nigga? Made checks off the right steps. More vision than some Oakleys. She used to be
I feel like this beat could have more bang for it. Like, it has a bit of like, it's a bit thumping, but it kind of just feels a bit like, I keep saying barren, but like, I'll go back to it. Like, this beat, why doesn't it sound like it hits? Like, he should be able to, like, he's the king of making drums sound sick. Like, that's why Industry Baby sounds nice, right? Didn't he do the drums on it? Like, these beat, like, bass hits and these beat hits, like kick drums, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they don't have much energy to them. And that feels like something, like, take all criticisms you want for Vultures. Vultures didn't have that issue. Like, it still sounded opulent. It just was a bit sparse when it came to like him being sane and having like good shit to say. But with this, it just sounds incomplete to me.
To Lucy's in the back, used to live up in the 7. Now I bought 2 streets. OST Luther King Drive. Now it's Malibu Beach. Used to be V-Live. Now I'm trapped at the Boo Beat. Yeah. Help us now. Turn me up.
If this sample was used a bit more tastefully, I feel like I could probably give this a 6 or a 7. But the only good thing, like, if I felt that even Travis Scott's verse added to this track, I would rate it a bit higher. But because it's kind of just poor. Like, it just, the soul sample's nice, but what else is there to me? And by the way, I'm never this much of a dick. Also, from this, you probably can't tell, Kanye's one of my favorite artists of all time. I'll actually just fucking show you it, if I'm being honest. Like, I'll go straight to my account on my on this, where you can see. If I go to my 10s, where the fuck are they? I have 47 10s. Most of these are classic albums. Like, if you look through them, like, there's Dr. Dre's and Arctic Monkeys. So I have a lot of these, but it's mostly just listening to like albums that people fucking love. But if I go to my 47 here, right? How fast do we have to go down? All right, we have a College Dropout. We have My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. We have Yeezus. We have, where's the other one? There's another one. Late Registration. There you go. There's 4. 4 of my 47. No one else has that, except maybe Kendrick. I think Kendrick has it. So I'm not like a hater. I actually come in. I love Kanye's shit. I rate all this stuff. If anything, I might overrate some of the stuff. Granted, I don't think you can overrate his like classic shit. That stuff is banging. I'm just so, and I also like, I don't view him as like this demonic evil entity or anything because of his mental illness sort of stuff. I don't subscribe to all the Nazi shit or anything like that. But I just viewed him as like he's clearly going through mania and mental illness, and he has no checks and balances on him because he has a fucking $1 billion. He can just take his car keys, go to the airport, and fly to fucking South Korea on a whim if he wanted to when he's in mania. No other mentally ill person has that access to fuck up their life. So I don't view I don't view him as an evil person. So none of that is adding to my judgment to this music. Like, the issues that I have with the music just stems from the fact that like I have pretty high expectations for him as an artist, and so far with these first 3 tracks he's not meeting them. You could say I'm quick to judge because I'm 3 songs in. I already have these opinions about it, but what has he given us to before this? Like, if we're really being honest with ourselves, what did he give us that could make us like excited that this would be a generational comeback or some shit? Like, I kind of came into this knowing it was probably going to be a bit messy, especially because it was meant to drop yesterday, which I was meant to react to this yesterday. It was meant to drop yesterday, and he's like, oh, sorry, my bad, I hadn't completed the last 30%. And it's like, are you telling me you just recorded all of the last 30%, mix and mastered all of that and overnight? Like, come on, it's going to be a sloppy job at that point. And it kind of feels like it's bearing out in that regard. All right.
We left for the baby island, 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 we left for the baby island.
Oh, all right. All right. This sounds like it has potential. I'm smelling some potential. It also sounds more complete. Ooh, this is cute. He has a nice singing voice. He's a very unique voice. No one has a Kanye voice. Oh, this sounds complete, and you know what? I like it. His voice is so nice when it hits that. It's kind of just cute as fuck. I like it. I'm reading the lyrics. It's making me want to sing, which is a good fucking sign. Oh, I see, that's nice little textures. He's adding like that. And the past that. The other beats didn't have that sort of stuff. It's also cute because it's like different to what he's usually done. Like, I'll pause it. This is different to what he like has done. Like, he's done 808s and Heartbreak, but that sounds completely different to this. The way, like, he still has auto-tune on it, but the way that he's using it is like a bit more of a cleaner. It doesn't sound as robotic-y as T-Pain-y as like 808s and Heartbreak did for a lot of the time. So this is like another realm for him, and this is when I'm thinking about what he was talking about when it comes to like Lauryn Hill, Outkast, all this brighter stuff. This kind of fits that billing a bit more. And I'm glad, because I think he could do an album like this well. And if all of the rest of the tracks are like this, I'm probably going to enjoy the album. Like, on re-listens, this might even go up to an 8, but this is at least a 7. Like, this is just a good track. I'm glad that he's at least got a bit of the spunk left. It's like the finer details that he fucks up on the prior tracks. He's not putting enough effort into it. It still shows that he has a knack when he's able to, like, actually put time into the track. Honestly, I'll give it a 7.5. It's nice. It's nice. It's groovy. It's like pretty. It harkens back to his Chipmunk Soul sort of stuff, because it kind of reminds me not of his College Dropout sort of stuff, but like something like kind of Linguist, Piece of Strange, like the way that they would use that sound. This is also a different sound. Like this like dark funky sort of sound. This is good. Like, that's just a good track. That's a good fucking track.
You would think I'm standing outside, how I'm going in, jumping out the gym while they balling on a lowered rim. Graduation days.
Wait, this is a must? Why is it? One sec. Yeah, I just had to switch it up. Because for whatever reason it played. This is a must again, I think. Weird. Weird. Let's go into this one.
This time we're taking over. Out of space going solar. Back then they showed no love. Punch drunk, hungover. Punch drunk, hungover on love.
I like these vibes from
Learn to
him.
read between the lines. Overboard when they mention me at times. Know the Lord's intervention was divine. Political and social tensions on the climb. Not to mention they forget to mention how I'm swinging through like Sonny Liston in his prime. Used to dream about this every day.
It's very stop-starty, his vocals, which I don't like. Like, you can kind of hear the cuts.
Living in conditions made. Hearse taking good men away. Fathers in the penitentiary. Mothers fighting for a living wage.
This is quite underdeveloped, but this is another track that I feel like if it was fleshed out a bit more, I feel like I could fuck with it. I'll give it a 4 for now, but like, these are nice sounds. I like it singing. These samples in the back are not bad. You know what? I might even give it a. I'll give it 5.5. I have slight positive feelings towards it. I'd say it might be decent. I'll give it decent. It won me over. Whatever works. Ooh, this sounds nice. Did he get any of these samples cleared though?
Lot of pain, lot of hurt, but still could have been worse. In a big city in pole position when you reverse, she had the new convertible, the little Uzi vert.
That's cute.
Payment on the cost of your love and on a purse, go to work or whatever she said, whatever works.
See, that was a college dropout sort of sound, like whatever works. That sounded like a college dropout
I was
sort of.
starting off, had to Ford Focus before I couldn't afford a car. Now she finna throw it like she do it for an Audemars. Meeting with some
This is not bad
ministers and
lyrics.
kings, I was not off. Haven't seen the kingdom as royal as my daughters are. I'm all falling for the fake news, man. I'm logging off. They send shots while we spin blocks in an armored car. Now they want the tea cause it's piping hot. Life gave me lemons, made an Arnold Palmer on the rocks. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Contract terminator on the spot. They want it back and forth, I'd rather not. Yeezy airbags when I'm crashing out. They gon' hate it with a passion now. I love it.
This is good.
Man. Had to change your heart, I felt different at first. Lot of pain, lot of hurt, but still could have been worse, man. It still could have been worse. In a big city in pole position when you reverse, she had the new convertible.
I like this line. She had his own rules, but that's cute. It also shows that he's willing to throw out like credit to some other people.
Whatever works, works. Whatever works.
This is nice.
Whatever works, works.
I'll give it like a 7. It gives me college dropout vibes to this.
Whatever works, works. Whatever works, works. Whatever works, works.
Ty Dolla $ign? What the fuck?
Works, works.
I thought Ty Dolla $ign would work with him again after like not dropping Vultures 3 and shit like that. Not his favorite. Not bad, Ty. Ty kind of carried the Vultures, so. Ooh.
Mama's favorite. Conditions that I made it out, it's amazing. Going through cycles, different phases. I'm trying to see how far I can take it. Stay misunderstood, I'm often mistaken. I put in the work, it was backbreaking. They thought I was kidding, thought I was playing. Take this one to Mars like a Matt Damon. They say I go off cause I lack patience. Don't think it's my job for me to explain it. Bomb on everything, trying to play us. Bomb on everything.
But he still has the knack for a nice production, like creative. Like there's someone that could do, like no one else can do Kanye stuff. He's just a talented dude. This is nice.
All right, that's good, Kanye. This is so exciting, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah, can you believe it?
I can believe it the way you are. Somebody gotta do it. You play tracks like Michael Jordan shoots free throws.
That's cute. I've never really heard
That
Donda
much
talk.
and that long, and it's that good. It's gotta pay off. Can't go there and do nothing but blow up. Isn't that
That's so
something?
cute.
The main thing is getting to do something that you really love to do.
So do you think I come off too arrogant?
No, come on, just right, because it's what's inside. Because you can't be a star and not be a star. You gotta have some oomph about you. You don't want to just go saying, "Oh, I'm just really not all that," but thank you anyway. Nothing like that. I'm not saying come off like that. I think the way you are handle yourself is really just perfect.
That hit me. I've always, like, following his stuff, you always know how big of an impact Donda was on him, and you also know how much of a chasm it left, because you kind of can hear it in the music, but more importantly, when you're, like, watching performances of, like, Hey Mama, it's actually one of my first videos on here was reacting to Hey Mama, and that shit made me cry. But I didn't, like, I've never heard Donda. I never watched any of, like, the Genius, is it Genius or something like that? Documentaries or anything like that. So I never heard her talk. The level of support and the type of support and, like, acceptance, and even just that section shows that Donda was giving to him in such, like, a, not feeding him in a bad way, but, like, I don't know, like, actually listening to him and giving him, like, words of encouragement, but then not, like, playing into, like, grandeur or anything like that as much, like, because the warm tone of her voice, all that sort of stuff. Like, I've never heard it. It's like, damn, now I can see how, like, that not having that presence, how that's really fucked with him, like, and why everything has transpired in a way. I'll give that a great track. Like, I think that's just a great track. I didn't think we would get like a deeper insight into Kanye through his music anymore, because his music has been so sporadic and not precise, and he's not really like he's always been authentic, but it's like authentically going through stuff, like, in issues, but not in a way that's, like, unpacking and, like, properly like, solving his shit, you know? It's just, like, airing out his dirty and messiness, like his messy laundry and shit like that. It's nice that he still has the ability to earnestly show himself and show aspects of his life that I wouldn't have seen before. It's like I can still get something out of his new music, which is cool, because obviously at the start of this I wasn't getting that, but that's a nice piece. I like that.
Sister and brother. And all of my friends. And all of my friends.
It's finna get a lot more dangerous. Where brothers move a lot like strangers.
Let's come together.
They say I'm blacking out like Akon.
These songs feel so much more complete than his first three.
I'm feeling more con like Genghis. What they gon' do with them? Take some time off, they act like they don't remember. Couple fortnights and at least 2 winners. Back with the head taps and the head spinners. I've been blowing money fast, it could not go quicker. Throw it in the bag like a fastball pitcher. Designated hate for the designated hitter. Give it all you got, it does not make a difference. I've been high off living, man, I'm finna OD. White features hit the runway, OT. They think we off key, but it's anarchy. Benz on the 4-5 going Mach 3. It's nothing to discuss, so we not gonna speak. They never
Oh, I like how this is building. I like the static sound. This is really cool. Like, no one can make this beat except him. He just has a... It's crazy how talented he just always will be. I really like the static sound. I would say, like, I'm gonna be, maybe this goes lower on a re-listen, but, like, I'll give it a great track. Like, I think it's a great track. It's amazing production. Like, really fucking cool production.
I'm gonna stay involved with the Holy Spirit.
all in one. Yes, it is.
Damn. That was solid. I'm glad this ends up being good. Like, there's a lot of good stuff here. This is a nice guitar.
You made a kingdom fall in love. I'll take the pill, it's small enough. Too late, my systems run amok.
You can hear like all these remnants of all of his different eras and stuff like that in certain tracks. It's kind of cool. It kind of showcases just how dynamic he has been in the past.
I see the facade. You wish I'd be quiet. Don't reach to a God, to a God, to tell the truth.
Yeah, okay. Hey, baby, do what I say. Like it ain't no other way. Baby, do what I say.
It's so interesting to have Silly Green on it.
Hey, baby, do what I say. Like it ain't
He doesn't have much access to a lot of people. And Silly Green used to be so
When a masterpiece
insane, you know?
turn into catastrophe, they get mad at me for living out my fantasies. All the castles in the sky come down crashing every time I speak my mind.
This is interesting.
All the people swear my ego needs a repo, but I won't let go. In denial of it all, baby, tell me what it cost you to tell the truth.
Like, I feel like the way he's talking about this is like, I'm in denial of it all. I would. Or maybe this is like other people talking to him, and he still thinks he hasn't done too much shit wrong. But like, he's made so many apologies. I feel like he has to feel it somewhere. I would say it's 7. Like, I think it's pretty good. It's probably this one might go down on re-listens though. It sounds like Weekend a bit.
I put you through a lot, I know. Highs and lows. Then you never let me go. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. Till you bigger than the program. Climax fast to a slow jam. Toxic love, chemical romance. You said I love you and I love you back. Before I break your heart, I have a heart attack.
I'll give this one a 6 before, because I like this one more. I think it's good.
Highs and lows. I put you through a lot, I know. Highs and lows. Highs and lows. Then you never let me go. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
I'll give it 6.5 on this one.
I put you through a lot, I know. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. I put you through a lot, I know.
I'll give it decent. It feels like this one doesn't have the same level of the issue, but it doesn't feel like it has as much to it as it needs to be for a full like idea. Or if this is meant to be like an interlude sort of track, it's like we have so many short tracks that like it makes it feel like the norm that like something sounds like an interlude a bit.
I
No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of
They hate to see the system actually figured out. They want you caught up in distraction, fear and doubt. I'd rather focus on the love that's been around. Take all the stress to UPS and ship it out. No executive could ever run their mouth. I've been consecutive of shutting shit down. High speed drives through the scenic route. High fashion when people see us out.
hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's
I like this quite a bit. I'd say I'll give it a 6.5. I just wish, like, when he's talking about these things, he like addressed it a bit more head forward. Because, like, if you're a fan of any of, like, Kanye's prior shit... What the fuck just happened? If you're a fan of any Kanye's prior stuff, like, a lot of his messages were, like, the reason why... Like, a massive reason why his stuff was good. Like, he had really sick production and all of that sort of jazz as well. But if you look at College Dropout, there's a lot of wisdom in there, too. If you look at even Graduation, Late Registration, all that sort of stuff. So, he has the ability to talk about these topics in pretty decent detail. And he has, like... unique ways of getting to those sort of issues. And considering there's probably never been... This album, I feel like, is the biggest example, because it's post Wreckage, where, like, Vultures was made during that, like, fucking thunderstorm. This one is post Wreckage. There has never been a bigger spotlight in my mind when it comes to any artist and any of their albums, apart from than this one, in regards to, like, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to see where you, like, how you've, like, where you've come from. Because he's spoken about how, like, he fucked up everything. And I wanted more of an explanation into that. Because also he spoke about, like, the bully concept. It's like he felt like he was being a bully, and he saw it, I think, as North act like a bully, and that's why he found the name or something like that. It's like I would want a deeper exploration into the shit, because a part of me feels like he has changed a tiny bit compared to, like, the last Manic Suicide stuff, because he acknowledged his bipolar, which is something that he didn't do between other apology tours. Where this one he did, and I was like, okay, there might be something there. And also, like, all the reports of him privately apologizing to a bunch of people, I thought, oh, this might be actually where he turns a new leaf, and, like, apparently he's in therapy and shit like that. And I thought that could be a situation that could lead to him having some real wisdom to drop on, but, like, there's not a lot of depth here with what the stuff that he's talking about, and it's kind of sad. It makes me think, like, not only with, like, some of these tracks feeling incomplete, I wish like the themes and, like, the messages feel incomplete too. It's like a bit of me just wishes he would metastasize a bit on this, and he would have maybe released an album in a year and a bit time, where he's, like, fully digest these thoughts, where he's gone through therapy enough to be able to come out the other side. Because even if you are, like, one of his, like, loser fucks that love his Nazi shit, like, you can't, like, unless you're lying to yourself, you can't really believe that he was healthy. Like, the people that loved him saying a bunch of Nazi shit, like, there is no way you could see him going on Alex Jones and him scaring Alex Jones and shit with the amount of wild shit he was saying, and be like, yeah, he's in a healthy mindset. So I feel like even if you're in my audience, those sort of people, surely you would want him to go through therapy and, like, work out his issues and then come back with, like, a really heartfelt album. I don't care if it's messy. I don't even care, like, if he says some shit that's a bit off on it. It's like, I just want him to fully explore it and lay it out. And he's just not really doing it much here. And that is weird, because I don't really go into albums with that sort of intention when wanting to listen. But it's like, he's got a once in a fucking lifetime opportunity to be able to do that. Because he's the biggest artist on the fucking planet. He's like one of the most influential artists of the last like 30 years. Like, and he has like a biggest crash and burn anyone has ever seen in the public spotlight when it comes to an artist of his size. Like, he has a unique position to be able to really find some like generationally potent art. And I wish he sat with himself until he was able to make that, or he would have released that. Even though I like quite a few of these tracks, and he still obviously has a knack for production, I just wish he seized the opportunity a bit better.
Why birds suddenly appear every time that you're near.
Sometimes I belong by myself, yeah. Don't feel at home by myself, yeah. It ain't the same feeling with somebody else. Feel like a clone of myself, yeah. See, I ain't gotta lie, rather tell the truth. But I tell the truth about everything, everything, everything.
This sounds nice.
Yeah, I tell the truth about everything. In time, you tell me the way you feel. You know I fly above the field. Why I'm still, yeah, I'm still close to you, close to you. All that we've been through, we kept this here together. But I said it once, I say it again.
I think this is a bit boring, but like, I think that's a me issue. But like the other tracks, I feel like the criticisms I have, like, I'll stand like 10 toes on them, I think. With this track, I think it's if this hits you, I think that's valid. I just don't personally like it. Like, yeah, the other ones I feel like they're bad, and I don't see the appeal of like the first two tracks. All right. What the fuck? But yeah, that track was it's not for me, but I can see the appeal. Also, I'm gonna switch over to Spotify because apparently it's dropped in the middle of this recording on Spotify. So thank you, King. Sup, guys? Now you'll be able to see this on the bottom. How cool is that? My fucking setup works now. Don Toliver's just jumping on fucking everyone's project. He's like the sluttiest rapper in how many features he does. Like, I've seen him on every project in 2026. I'm not a massive fan of this one. Also, I haven't heard Preacher Man, and Last Breath, which are like the two tracks that like has been around for like 2 fucking years or something. So I'm curious to finally hear those for the first time, because I just didn't care if it's not an official release. I just haven't cared because he's been in such a wild state with just releasing random fucking shit. Like, I'm not going to rate a fucking like World War III HH EP. I'm not going to treat that like a real release. This is, because it's actually like dropping. I don't like this one. I didn't like Circles there, but it's not the worst. I'll give it a 3. Let's see how Preacher Man goes. Oh. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. That's mostly because I think people are just this sort of era. They're mostly listening to these fucking edge tracks.
On the settlements. This path I don't recommend. We pass what they expected, man. I go where they never can. I float, I'll never land. When it's dark, you don't know where you go. Need a light bearer to lead you home. I go where they never can. I float, I'll never land. When it's dark, you don't know where you go. Need a light bearer to lead you home. Light 'em up, beam me up. The only goat, the genius one. They switching sides, I seen it coming. The plot twist, a convenient one. Look, nobody finna extort me, even if they record me. I'ma keep it more G. Hand me a drink before I get more deep. She hates sports.
I like the backing beat and production here. I'm not sure if I love his production. I like his
and all my haters in the chorus.
But it's not bad. It's just like
they imitate the sound, call it
it's
forgery.
not super exciting.
What we doing is more important. More importantly, look what we made it to. Made love that's unmakeable, bond is unbreakable. Broke rules and bent corners in hopes of breaking through. Basically went out my way to make a way for you. Basically, I'm finna take you higher places to it. Way improving like a beta, we gon' stay improving. This the light that's gonna illuminate the way we moving. Trust in me, we going God mode, the theory's proven. Light 'em up, beam me up, the only goat, the genius one. They switching sides, I seen it coming. The plot twist, a convenient one.
I walk up to the preacher man just to pick your lovely hand.
I like it. It's cute. I said 6.5. Like, I think the production here is really pretty. It's like one of the it's one of the more low-key tracks, like the White Lines, but I feel like it's just able to captivate me a bit much. Ooh, I like the clarity coming in. The production quality is quite nice. I'll give this a 7 now. Like I was already borderline saying it's a good track. I think it's a good track.
It's been a long time coming. Fresh new tires, I'm still running.
This doesn't sound too bad.
It's a few things I'm
Yeah, there's like some cute like 808s and heartbreak sort of tones and sounds. And some of these tracks are just cool.
Don't take this as disrespect. I'm sitting here trying to redirect her. Think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit. Don't take this as disrespect. I'm still here in a trifecta.
This is at least better than Jesus King, Vultures 2, and Donda 2.
Been a long time coming.
Still one of his weaker projects, I think, but like, if he kept making this, if he only made this after his like Donda album, I'd be okay with it. It's like, alright, you're falling off a bit, but like, you still have it, you still have some tracks that are good.
Don't take this as disrespect. I'm sitting here trying to redirect her. Think about it every night and day to try to stay away to keep my heart hit. Don't take this as disrespect. I'm still here in a trifecta.
Huh. I'll give it a 7. I think it's pretty.
Damn, did I ruin your plans? Well, that's the way I am. Gave it all I had. My feelings are the fact.
It's more of me to navigate. Pray we never crash, crash, crash. Today will always last. We're the ones that pass away. So baby, did you laugh today? This one's for the path we take. Magic hourglass. At least I gave you that.
I like that vocal though. I like that vocal.
Ruin your plans, plans, plans. Well, that's the way I am. Gave it all I had. My feelings are the facts of it. It's more of me to navigate. Pray we never crash, crash, crash. Today will always last.
Well, another good track. Damn, he's got a nice voice. It's so funny, like if you polled people back in like 2005 when Lazy Registration popped out, and you'd be like, would you ever think that he would make an album where the singing is the biggest draw? He's made multiple albums where that is the case.
My feelings are the facts of it. It's more of me to navigate. Pray we never crash, crash, crash. Today will always last. We're the ones that pass away. So baby, did you laugh today? This one's for the path we take. Magic hourglass. At least I gave you that.
Alright. Who is Peso Pluma? I'm gonna be looking that up. Mexican singer.
Take my last breath away, me,
That's pretty Drakey, right? Meet Your Padre. Because I don't think Kanye has ever made Mexican style tracks before, so it's not like he has like a inroads with that. Sonically.
Now look at the mess you made. No quiero pelar tu dale. Take my last breath away.
Not a massive fan of it, by the way. It's not like egregious, it's just like I'm not I don't know. I don't vibe with it. Like I like some I like Bad Bunny's like music, so it's not just the fact that it's in Spanish, but it's just
for the photos. When we alone, you get loco. Todas las noches que lloras, estando estas horas. Con toda la escuadra que tú traes. Okay, you win, babe, you're right. Take all of me. Taking my breath away.
it's just boring to me a bit.
Taking my breath away.
Production wise, it's not that bad. It's just, I don't know, it's bland to me, I guess. I'll give it a 4, I guess. It's not as incomplete.
Just me, mama, but you'll never control me. Just me, mama, coming home me. Just me, mama, but you'll never control me.
I'll give it a 3.
Take all of me, taking my breath away. Bring all of me, taking my breath away.
It's late. I'm not super disappointed with the project. I think just, which is a good sign. Like I didn't have super high expectations because of the shit he has done. but it's not in the gutter because I know he's talented. And I feel like he's just passed with like a C- on this project for me. Maybe. Like, at least gives me some thought that like maybe he can make an album in the future that will genuinely be really good. Like if he just gets his head screwed on this like he has for most of this project.
I'm outside my body, you right. My time, showtime. This one is papa. I'm outside my body, you right. Go in, go time.
This that new phone, this that hill that moved on, this that life that you want. You can't wait.
I like this. This is a great track. Thankfully, he ended the album with a decent.
When I'm in that mode, can't do wrong. And you know you don't go, we too gone. Take it now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This feel like
this one is papa. I'm outside my body, you right.
Ooh, it's probably the best track. It's hard because Mama's favorite's really good.
I'm outside my body, you right. Go in, go time.
this that new us. Started from the ground and moved up. You ain't got love for yourself. You ain't never felt the true love. I could see where your heart is. Broken pieces before us. When the evening gets
Produced by James Blake? What the fuck?
We can't wait for the rain to stop. Something gon' come on. We can't wait for the rain to stop.
Two ways, go time.
Right now, go time.
Come on, go time. Come on,
I'm on a
go
word,
time.
babe. I'm on a word.
Go time.
Right now,
Come on,
I'm on a word,
come
babe.
on.
I'm on a word. This one is I'm outside my body, you right.
Yeah, this was made in 2022, which I can kind of get because it has like that magic touch that he has. Like even if it's not as like strong as it's like, ooh, he clearly has some solid shit on this.
I'm outside my body, you right.
Sonically, this is the best track. I just have a soft spot for Mama's favorite, I think. Alright, yeah, I think he passes with a C minus. With my lower expectations than what I usually would have for a Kanye project if he didn't go through the last 5 years. I still feel conflicted with his stuff. But, like, if he was going to release Vultures 3, let's say he was going to release it, like, 18 months ago. I don't know. I think at that point in time, I like felt deep inside, I probably wouldn't react to it. Because it's like he was going through so much shit mentally that it feels like exploitative. And it also feels like I don't want to co-sign his shit even innately. Well, with this one, with all of his apologies, the private apologies and the acknowledgement of the bipolar stuff, it's like, oh, okay. I still feel conflicted with all of his shit, but it's like, at least there is some attempt. And it feels like a proper, like, at least some modicum of a proper attempt. So I reacted to this. And I'm not that disappointed. I wish he took the opportunity that he had. Because he's in a very unique position, but, like, what we got out of here, it's fine. Like, it's fine to Kanye standards. Not really. It's fine to the new Kanye standards. It's alright. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, I fucking love Kanye, as I said at the start. So, all my Patreon, all of his albums are on my Patreon, and when they upload here, you're gonna see a hyped motherfucker. Except maybe Cruel Summer, because that's the next one, and I think I just thought it was a good album. I didn't absolutely adore it, but you're gonna see a Yeezus reaction where I flip the fuck out because I fucking love that album. So yeah, that's coming in 11 days. So, I think Cruel Summer's coming in like 4 days. 11 days is Yeezus. For the record, if you want me to listen to any Yandhi or any unreleased shit, you can go to my Patreon. It's $5 a month and you get to request an album that's 50 minutes or less. You can pick a Yandhi album that's unreleased. I'll listen to it. You can pick Cardi unreleased shit. I still need to do that, like Holiday Road 1 and 2. You can also pick, if you're into Osama Son, you can pick that shit too. I haven't done unreleased stuff, but I've done Kanye now, so I feel comfortable doing his unreleased things. So, yeah. Also, no one's requested Playboy Cardi's self-titled, so that can also happen. But yeah, $5 a month for that, 50 minutes or less, or $8 for 90 minutes or less, or you get to pick from, if you pay $5, you get to pick one classic album. There's a list of 360 I want to do. Pew! So there's like a shit ton of Outkast, all that shit. $8 you get to pick 2. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Absolutely love you. If you're a Kanye fan now who doesn't give a fuck about this sort of shit, and you found me a bit annoying, sorry, not sorry, actually kind of not sorry, but his new albums, or like his older albums that are going to be uploaded here, you will probably like those videos, because I fucking flip out at how much Kanye is insane and it's talented and the GOAT. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love you. Peace.